Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a nice day. Before we begin the video, please subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. Seth Rollins has been the hottest topic among fans the past 4 days due to everything that has been going on around him. The Visionary is reportedly dealing with a legitimate injury, which may sideline him for a considerable time. Rollins' untimely injury is believed to have affected several major storylines and plans of WWE that were in the works. One of the stars that may have gotten the worst of it is Austin Theory. Wrestling Observer newsletter reported that there were talks backstage in WWE for the 28-year-old to join the Vision prior to Seth Rollins' injury. Theory was set to be revealed as a new member of the faction at the upcoming Saturday night's main event and go on to compete at this year's War Games alongside the Vision. However, Rollins' abrupt injury may have put cold water on those plans. It looks like Austin Theory's return and push may have been momentarily cancelled in light of the recent situation. The Vision was rumored to compete in this year's men's War Games match at Survivor Series. They already had 3 members and Theory was reported to be the 4th one. Now that Seth Rollins has been ousted from his own faction, the Vision's direction for War Games is up in the air. With things already in shambles, Triple H may not bring back Austin Theory at this point. The company may rather focus on Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed's upcoming direction and explore why they betrayed their own leader when everything was going according to plan. Moreover, Paul Heyman's role in this entire rebellion will also be a triggering question for the fans. WWE already has so much to explore at the moment involving the Vision and its members. Due to this, Theory's WWE return and push may get delayed for now. Rollins' injury has, therefore, disrupted every potential plan that was set to be put into motion. Braun Breaker has been dominating Monday Night Raw's mid-card scene since his arrival on the Red brand. Although his status has elevated greatly after joining Seth Rollins' faction, he has remained trapped as a side character. The Vision structure positioned Breaker as a cog in Rollins' machine rather than the engine itself. Well, it looks like the Visionary's injury may have opened the 28-year-old's path to stardom. Braun Breaker was previously expected to remain with the Vision under Seth Rollins' wing for at least a year before embarking on his singles path. Therefore, his mega push, which was reportedly slated for 2026, might now come early. The former Intercontinental Champion betraying his leader was a major declaration of his rise to power. This has put Breaker in the spotlight, establishing him as the new leader of the faction. Rollins' injury might not only fast-track Braun's push, but also amplify his exposure in ways that no organic push could match. The Visionary's physical breakdown gifted Braun Breaker a psychological and hierarchical breakthrough, elevating him from enforcer to emperor. Hence, Seth Rollins' real-life injury may have indeed come as a blessing in disguise for Breaker. Supasish Deb is a writer at Sportskeeda, India's leading sports and esports platform. With 3 years of experience in sports journalism, he has been writing compelling stories and analyses, covering trending news and its underlying aspects. His writing style is distinctive for its use of rhetorical devices, which allows him to elevate wrestling journalism beyond mere reporting. Deb has been an avid WWE and cricket fan since childhood and believes the blend of his love for sports and knowledge of writing led him to become a sports correspondent. Given his love and passion for this industry, he has worked for several top firms and media outlets both as a seasoned writer and as an editor. Apart from penning engaging articles, Deb has also done scriptwriting for a few local short films and has directed and produced one of them. When the spotlight dims, he loves to escape into the world of web series and anime, indulging in the magic of storytelling. The WWE landscape has taken another unexpected turn, and this time it could spell major disappointment for fans eagerly waiting for the return of a top star. Reports indicate that an absent WWE superstar's long-awaited comeback and planned push may have been quietly cancelled or postponed due to Seth Rollins' recent injury, which has forced WWE to reshuffle several storylines behind the scenes. The timing couldn't be more unfortunate, as this return was rumored to shake up the main event picture and inject fresh energy into WWE programming, leading into the final stretch of 2025. However, with the Visionary sidelined once again, WWE's creative direction may have drastically shifted, leaving one major name without a storyline or spotlight. Seth Rollins has been the cornerstone of WWE's in-ring storytelling for years, again being pulled from active competition for rehabilitation. This development is not only devastating for Rollins himself but also for multiple superstars whose upcoming storylines were linked to him, including the rumored returning star. WWE insiders claim that this absent performer had been penciled in for a massive feud involving Rollins that would have likely culminated in a major premium live event match, possibly at Survivor Series, War Games, or even leading into WrestleMania 42 season. The creative pitch reportedly called for the returning star to make a shocking comeback on Raw or SmackDown and immediately confront Rollins in a segment designed to reignite fan interest during WWE's transitional period. The angle would have also set the stage for one of the company's biggest redemption arcs, allowing this star to reclaim their momentum after months, if not years, away from the ring. Unfortunately, with Seth's injury derailing those creative plans, WWE has seemingly scrapped or delayed the entire storyline, leaving the returning star's status uncertain. Speculation within the wrestling community has pointed to several possible names for the affected superstar. Some believe it could be Drew McIntyre, who was reportedly set to reignite his rivalry with Rollins before creative was rewritten. Others think it might be a major returning name like Randy Orton, or even Bray Wyatt's faction associate, whose comeback teasers had circulated online before suddenly disappearing from WWE's digital platforms. There's also talk that a returning NXT alumni or free agent signing could have been the one plan to face Rollins in a dream feud, meant to bridge WWE's old and new eras. Whatever the case, this sudden halt underscores how deeply connected WWE's creative ecosystem is, and how one superstar's injury can ripple across the entire roster. Seth Rollins' importance to WWE storytelling cannot be overstated. As one of the few superstars capable of carrying both main event-level feuds and championship storylines, his absence leaves a massive void. WWE's writers reportedly spent weeks crafting a long-term arc involving Rollins' redemption from his recent losses, with a twist that would have aligned perfectly with the returning star's motivations. The dynamic between Rollins, the wounded veteran fighting to remain relevant, and the returning star, hungry for redemption or revenge, was set to be explosive. WWE even filmed several backstage teasers and social media breadcrumbs, hinting at this confrontation, but after Rollins' latest medical evaluation, all those plans have seemingly been shelved. One insider described the situation as a creative freeze, with Triple H and his team now forced to pivot quickly to keep weekly television engaging without relying on Rollins' presence. For the returning star, this is especially damaging. WWE had reportedly invested significant time and effort into building anticipation for their re-debut. Merchandise plans, promotional materials, and even video packages were allegedly in the works before the creative shift occurred. This kind of sudden change isn't new for WWE. Injuries have often forced last-minute alterations. But given how big this push was rumored to be, the timing couldn't be worse. The company is now faced with a choice: delay the return until Rollins is cleared, or rewrite the storyline entirely and integrate the absent star into a different feud. Fans who follow backstage developments closely have already noticed some clues. The superstar's name, which had been featured in internal show rundowns and promotional previews earlier this month, has quietly been removed. WWE's official social media accounts also stopped teasing their possible comeback, fueling speculation that the push has been postponed indefinitely. Some believe that the creative pause may actually benefit the returning star, allowing WWE to rework their character presentation and debut them under stronger circumstances once Rollins recovers. Others, however, fear that the delay could cause momentum to fade completely, particularly if the company decides to prioritize other ongoing feuds such as Cody Rhodes' undisputed title run, the Bloodline's implosion, or Damian Priest's World Heavyweight Championship defense plans. It's worth noting that Seth Rollins himself has a history of altering WWE's creative direction simply by being involved in pivotal storylines. His injury before WrestleMania 39 previously forced the company to change long-term plans, and his current status seems to be repeating that pattern. With so many major stars either injured or working limited schedules, Roman Reigns, Becky Lynch, and Brock Lesnar among them, Rollins' absence leaves a creative void that's difficult to fill. WWE may now look to elevate rising stars like Gunther J. Uso or LA Knight into storylines originally meant for Rollins, which could further delay the absent superstar's intended return.